Ang susunod na programa ay rated PG. Ito ay nangangailangan ng patnubay at gabay ng magulang para sa mga batang manonood.
Warning. The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Xinglin General Hospital. Xinglin General Hospital is the most famous ruin in downtown Tainan City, Taiwan. It was opened for business in 1975 as the largest hospital in the city and catered to the underground burgeoning middle class during the boom times of the Taiwan economic miracle. In 1993, the hospital shut down after being plagued by a number of scandals involving fraudulent records, medical malpractice, and allegations of wrongful death. Much like Min Seong Ghost House, this hospital is widely considered to be haunted. In fact, it regularly appears on the list of haunted places in Taiwan and was even featured on national television in Chinese, but totally worth watching for the hilarious audiovisual effects. This fame and notoriety has made it next to impossible for me to separate fact from fiction through the smoky lens of machine translation. As much this entry in my catalog of abandoned places in Taiwan will be rather light on history for a change. From the desk is one of the first things you will see when you enter the abandoned hospital. It also visible from the street. The floor plan of the hospital is rectangle with a central courtyard open to the skies above. Not much to see on the rooftop but the abandoned hospital. One of the things I love about exploring the many ruins of Taiwan is how untouched most of them appear to be. Urban exploration culture in Taiwan is typically respectful for the state of abandonment, and most people seem to abide by the axiom, take nothing but photographs, leave nothing but footprints. Not so in this hospital, which has seen countless visitors in decades since it was abandoned. No doubt teenagers and university students regularly dare one another to enter the haunted house, particularly at night, and not all these missions end well. Vintage style in a room on the 5th floor. Here the false ceiling has caved in, making it somewhat difficult to pick your way through the room to the other side. The main counter is on one of the higher floors. You can imagine nurses and orderlies going about their business here. Beaten up tube of the infamous Darky brand black face toothpaste. Children's storybook in the wreckage featuring space cats and space dogs. Many of the walls has been gutted, wires turned out and strewn about in a heap. Medicine cabinet in a private room that must have been used for a long-term care. Residual official dome of the ruins, dating the abandonment to the summer of 1992. Several of the private rooms have contained personal effects. I was looking forward to see many of the artifacts visible previously published explorations, particularly the operating room equipment, but the building has been almost completely cleared out by now. At least I found a tube of the original black-face toothpaste that I've been read so much about since arriving in Asia. Apart from that, the exploration was mostly a letdown. One thing I was looking forward to was exploring the more hidden basement here too. I was disappointed for the entire place had been completely stripped of equipment, and little of the original ambience remained. Of course, it wasn't obvious that it had been emptied out at first, so I experienced a little thrill as I crept along the dark corridors, pointing my torch this way and that. Alas, there was no blood-curdling screams, no spooky apparitions. What gives, baby, I need to return at night. As you can probably tell, I wasn't a huge fan of this particular exploration, but I wanted to add it to my growing list for the sake of completeness. Consider yourself forewarned. If you heard about the haunted hospital in Tainan and want to check it out for yourself, don't expect too much from the experience. Oh, and watch where you step. Evidently, a pack of dogs has made their home on the ground floor. Finally, since this is such a famous ruin, there are many posts about it, all in Chinese, of course. If you'd like to pursue a sampling, you can find some on this link. If nothing else, I encourage you to pursue the television news report I referenced earlier. It's gobbledygook.